Hello, welcome back to channel Barbar TV. When it comes to car insurance, it can be confusing to figure out what types of protection should be put in place. That's because most states require certain kinds of coverage, but there are many conventionally add-ons that could be important for driver to have as well. Finance expert Dave Ramsey offered some advice on the best kind of insurance to purchase, and drivers who aren't sure that they should have on their policy may want to take a close look at his recommendations. Here are the types of car insurance Ramsey recommended. Ramsey explained that three specific kind of auto insurance everyone should have. The most important ones are liability comprehensive and collision coverage. The Ramsey Solutions blog site will call them the big three. Think of them as the basic coverage you cannot afford to go without. You have all three, it means you have full coverage. Ramsey believes liability coverage in particular is essential because most states require it. This type of coverage buys out compensation to injured victims of a crash if the covered driver is at fault in an accident. While most states have certain minimum requirements to meet for liability coverage, Ramsey actually recommends buying more than this amount. These state minimums are not nearly enough to protect you. We recommend that having at least worth of total coverage that includes both types of liability coverage, property damage liability, and bodily injury liability. Comprehensive coverage is also important because it pays out compensation in case of death, vandalism, or natural disaster, and collision coverage pays for repair or replacement of the vehicle if the covered driver is at fault for a crash. A few other coverage recommendations aside for the big three, Ramsey also suggests buying uninsured and underinsured motorist coverage, which pays for losses if a crash is caused by a driver without enough insurance, and medical payment coverage could be important as well, thus it pays for out-of-pocket medical expenses when an accident causes injury. Personal injury protection, which is required by some states and optional in others, is also on this list of coverage to buy as is rental reimbursement, which pays for a rental car for drivers who need one. Well, there's vehicle is being repaired. If you think you will need this backup plan in place, it's not a bad idea to add this to you. On the other hand, there are some kinds of coverage Ramsay doesn't recommend, including mechanical breakdown coverage, which pay for some routine repair, as well as gap insurance, which pays for the difference between what the insurance pays out on the car and outstanding amount due on the car loan. Or recommended auto insurance coverage give gap insurance and save yourself a financial hedge by buying a used car with in the first place. See you next time. Don't forget like and comment. Thank you.